The White House Correspondents Dinner, annual dinner that they hold at the White House, was organized on the 25th of April 2026. And that was what something tragic almost happened after shots were fired during the particular occasion. So Vice President J.D. Vance and President Donald Trump were escorted out of the White House during the shooting. And the details is what I'm bringing to you right here on Osiris Now inside Osiris Digital Studio. Please stick and stay with me. My name is Safwa Black Barbie. Please ensure that you are subscribed to this channel, as well as contact the numbers on your screens to book Osiris Digital Studio for your next event. That's birthday party, that birthday photo shoot. Even if you're a model, that's a model concept that you want to take. Yes, we have the very good cameramen and very equipment. Yes, yeah, the better amount, if you know what I mean. So please ensure that you're contacting the numbers on your screen for that effect. Going into the details of the story, yes, as I stated earlier, 25th of April was when they organized the annual White House Correspondents Dinner.
And before I come to anything else, please note that His Excellency Donald Trump has not been attending these dinners for quite some time, like at all. He always declines it, but 2026, he decided to go. And that was when shots were fired. Let's go and watch how it actually happened. All right.
You have it. Sky News has detailed everything that happened, and it sounds very, very, very surprising. How come a very secured place like that? How did the person even bypass? Okay, well, I was wrapping my head around all of this until a TikToker, Helena Jones, made a submission that all this feels staged. Because at the end of the day, even the image of the suspect who shot at who looks like a stunt. It looks like a robot. Because at the end of the day, but she was making a lot of sense. She was making a lot of sense, though. Let's actually go listen to her. She made the submission after Trump himself posted on his Truth social media page, which is X, that I posted the shooter. He posted the picture of the shooter on this Truth page.
I'm not the smartest crayon in the coloring box, right? But Donald Trump took to Truth Media after you was just evacuated and your life was supposedly in danger. Your whole cabinet, your whole staff was in danger because a man was shooting in the lobby of your correspondence dinner that was hosted by Grindr. I'm not going to let that slide. And you have the time to post. Your team has the time to post the man that supposedly, allegedly did it. How is this man even alive still? This is one of the most highest security events in the nation or in the world. It should have been, with this man being, targeted before. And he got into the lobby to shoot, not into the ballroom. How was he able to do so? Staged. I'm just going to say it. I seen y'all talking about it in my comment section. But this man is a teacher from California. So this man risked everything he ever believed in to come over there and just shoot in the lobby. And y'all want us to believe that? Baby, if we flinch too much in the car, baby, we getting offed. You see what color this man is? Like, so how is he alive on the floor? For you to post and your staff member to post. Like, y'all, when I say this is a fucking distraction to not talk about the war, to not talk about them Epstein files, they done pulled everything you can think of to stop us from thinking about them Epstein files. But bitch, I still want to know. I want to know who was in them. And y'all brought the war, now y'all bringing this. Like, listen, diversion is a must in these people's eyes. They know how to control the media. This is why they bought. Okay, but y'all know what to do. Get in the comments. Let's go, baby. This is crazy. You posting about? Come, you gotta be kidding me. Like, this is what y'all went and did instead of debriefed and trying to figure out why the fuck is the American people trying to hurt this man? This is what y'all went and did.
So this has got people talking a lot, just like you heard Helena stated. It looks kind of like staged, but it's a serious issue too. That's what makes this matter very sensitive. And I don't know, but according to people, like, this has happened before. Yes. And people on X were saying that somebody, placed the picture of the suspect and stated they did a worse job faking his assassination attempt than the last. Next time, pick someone without IDF shit all over their social media. So this man is apparently a part of Israel Defense Forces. Israel Defense Forces. And we are very much aware of the relationship that Israel has with the USA. So why will someone from their defense forces try to even kill Donald Trump in the first place? Why? So people were saying that this particular thing is staged to either clear our mind of the war or the ancient files, as we are all aware of the investigation that is still ongoing. So they want to give us a new topic to, sway our minds off of these two major things going on. But this particular suspect, Cole Allen, in an IDF, sweatshirt, it does not really click. It does not really make sense. Somebody also said that you're all gonna tell us that his arm just naturally looks like this. That's AI. And when you look at the picture very well, it does not. Yeah, I get what this person is saying. She continued to state that why does his shoulder look like punched in plastic? Does the hair look oddly smooth over with a filter in spots? Just wondering, is this AI maybe? Yes. So they are actually saying that nah, because this can be a human being, an actual human being. So it looks like a stunt. They are trying to pin this on this man or something. And besides, I mean, just like Helena made the statement, he is African, and we all know the submission Donald Trump has on Africans or blacks as a whole. One thing that people drew our mind to was when White House Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated something like this 15 minutes before the shots were fired. During an interview, I mean, like any occasion, any event at all, when you are entering, they interview you and what have you. And Mrs. Caroline stated this.
It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight. He is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
So this got people wondering, like, was it, when you listen to it, right? Let's say there was no shootout, there was no shots fired. It's literally a figure of speech. And like we all know how His Excellency Donald Trump speaks, like in a funny way. He's mostly jovial and all of that. So she was speaking in light of how the speech was going to be the typical Donald Trump way. Jovial, shots being fired. He really, really does well with sarcasm. Like, if there's one thing that Donald Trump is good at, it's sarcasm. Stated like savage. He really, really does well in that. So maybe there will be shots fired. She meant like, yeah, shots fired at some people with comments. You get it, yeah. But a lot of people have read meaning into this, and they're stating that, yo, this is confusing. First time I've seen her say something that isn't a lie. So they apparently say, I mean, it's hard to be the president's secretary because people assume that they, fill your heads up with a lot of lies, come and share it to the people. So yeah. And somebody was like, how does she know? Somebody else was like, such a specific choice of words. Another person was like, President Donald Trump attended the dinner for the first time during his presidency. He had previously skipped the event every year of his first term. Somebody was also like, I'm sorry, what did you say, Caroline? Terrible choice of words. How did she know that? The speech from a president shouldn't be funny or entertaining. Wait, this was before? Mind you, she said recently that she's no longer on his political team. I mean, in an interview, another one, she stated that she's stepping off a bit. She did not say she is not. She's part of the government, yes, still, in the government institution, but just not in Donald Trump's political team, right? Yes, but it does not, give reason to not necessarily speak about Donald Trump's speech on that particular day. But that's what somebody said. Somebody also said it's weird that a president's speech can be summed up as funny and entertaining rather than relevant, informative, hopeful, or even enlightening. What an odd thing to say. So a lot of people had lots of things to say. When she said it, I thought that's an odd thing to say. Mind you, Donald Trump's hasn't been to this dinner since 2011. What this was this prediction on poly markets, like a lot of comments just like you're seeing. So one thing that people are also wondering is why during the shots fired they took out vice president before the president. So we are questioning at the comment section that they took JD Vance before President Trump. Like, but how do you escort the vice president out before the president? Silly movie. Why was Vance escorted out before Trump? That's weird. Like, why are the cameramen so comfortable? This is the comment that I saw, and I was like, okay. Because if it's an actual shootout or like a dangerous activity, like, yes, there won't be a normal camera, a steady camera. It's either CCTV footage or if somebody is taking, the person is also running for their life, so shaky, like, you get it. But this one was very steady, a steady camera, taking everything and even zooming in and zooming out, zoom in, zoom out. Yes, that was exactly what was happening. So people think this whole charade was what? This whole incident was just a charade. It was just something to distract us from God knows what. So people are really, really saying that there is no way this actually happened. And CNN's Kyun La reports from outside the home linked to Cole Allen, who is a 31-year-old suspect taken into custody by U.S. authorities after the shooting incident at the White House Correspondents Dinner. Let's go listen to what CNN's reporter had to say about this.
I'm in a neighborhood in Torrance, California, and those lights that you see behind me, that is from the FBI as well as the Torrance Police Department. And the spotlight that you see on that home, that is the home that they have traced to Cole Allen, the 31-year-old man who authorities took into custody at the White House Correspondents Dinner. This is the home where a neighbor says that they saw Allen as recently as just a couple of days ago. The family is fairly well known here. A lot of the residents here have told us that they think that the father's very friendly, that he's known as a local teacher. And what we're seeing now is a good deal of press assembling outside this home as people try to figure out exactly what and how this all happened.
Let me know your thoughts about this at the comment section. A lot of people are saying this is staged, but we all live to see whatever it is. But President Trump spoke at a 60-minute interview with CBS News and also gave his share of the experience that was had.
You see the security moving quickly, right, within seconds, grabbing the vice president by his coat, lifting him up, bringing him out. Then the counter assault comes in. took 10 seconds for them to flank you, Mr. President, and then 20 seconds to get you out. It looked chaotic. At one point, you were down. What was happening?
Well, what happened is it was a little bit me. I wanted to see what was happening, and I wasn't making it that easy for him. I wanted to see what was going on. And by that time, we started to realize maybe it was a bad problem, different kind of a problem, bad one, and different than what would be normal noise from a ballroom, which you hear all the time. And I was surrounded by great people, and I probably made them act a little bit more slowly. I said, wait a minute, let me see, wait a minute. So, I'm telling guys.
Just at that moment where it looks like you go sort of down with the service, you were telling them to wait?
Well, no, what happened is then I started walking with them. I started walking, and they said, please go down on the floor. So I went down, and First Lady went down also, but we were asked to go down by the agents as I was walking. In other words,
They wanted you almost to crawl
I was
out.
standing up, pretty much. I was standing up and then turned around the opposite direction and started pretty much walking out, pretty tall, a little bent over because I'm not looking to be standing too tall. And but I was walking out. It was about halfway there, and they said, please go down to the floor, please go down to the floor. So I dropped to the floor, so did the First Lady.
There you have it, guys. This is all you need to know about the shootout that happened at the White House during their dinner. Yes, as I clearly stated, everybody is saying that this was a setup or staged in with lack of better words. Yes, so let's really hope that whatever investigations they are having will be brought out into the limelight so that we will be able to serve it to you as well. But make sure you are glued into this particular channel or series Digital Studio so that your girl Safra Black Barbie, I'll be able to bring to you whatever update that is what's given to us on this particular issue. Also, do not forget to contact the numbers on your screen to purchase Flamingo Fresh Spray so that it can leave a durable fresh fragrance at your environment at all costs. Next time, we'll meet again.
Yeah. You swipe left on my heart like a Tide app. Two-step verification, but you knew that